Hey everyone, I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Amanda.
And you're listening to the Happily Ever After podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's episode 39, and we're glad you're joining us this week because this is the last week Amanda's going to be on the show.
Well, I'm excited.
For a couple of weeks. Amanda will be going to New Jersey a little bit early. She's going to be heading up to DC first. Maybe I should let you talk. What are your plans coming up for the next couple of weeks?
We're flying to DC and spending a few days with Molly, and then we are taking a train, an Amtrak train, up to New Jersey to spend 2 weeks with my family before you join us, and we drive down to Long Beach Island to spend our summer beach vacation that we missed out on last year because I was in labor.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're thinking. Why aren't you going? You know, why am I not going up? That's because I have to work. I am not a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. So, but every year this is something that we've always planned for Amanda and Jackson and now Stella to be able to go up to New Jersey early and just to have some more time with the family up there, since we do live in Tennessee. So it's always been a good thing for Jackson. Now it's going to be good for Stella. And especially this year, you're going up early because you have the baptism for our nephew. So that's part of the even earlier equation of going up there before the beach. Usually we do about 2 weeks up there. Now it's about 3.5.
Well, it's 2 weeks in New Jersey with my family before the beach, but then it's 5 days in DC. So it's 20 days away from you. Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. The first week's always somewhat easy. I'm okay, I'll get stuff done around the house. I'm pretty motivated. I have more time to just do little odds and ends. But after that first week, everything is just oh yeah, no, I forgot. I miss you guys. Not that I don't miss you all the time, you know.
I get it.
Yeah, but I'm kidding. So we're gonna definitely miss you, but that doesn't mean that we're not doing any episodes. We have a couple already done that are going to be coming out. I have more that I'm going to be doing with some of my friends and my cousin as well. So we actually have things planned.
Hopefully. You said you're going to do that over Christmas too.
No, I know. For sure this is happening. And if there's one missing, you'll get to hear me. You'll get to hear me talk solo. It's going to be interesting.
If
I can't get anyone else. Hey, maybe this is your chance. If you hear this episode, you may have one more week. You can pop on and join me for an episode. That'd be kind of cool. Are you crunching over there? What are you crunching on?
A cookie.
A cookie. What did you make today?
Jackson and I made s'mores cookies. It is a graham cracker, Hershey chocolate, a marshmallow, and cookie dough on top.
It was delicious.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah, Amanda will be away, but that's okay. We're going to be, once we're at the beach, we're going to be doing some vlogs. We'll have those come out in a couple weeks once we get back from our beach vacation. And I'm excited to do those. Amanda said we haven't been to the beach in about 2 years, but we did our Long Beach Island vlogs. They're on our YouTube channel. You can go check them out there. And a great way to join our Patreon page right now, because we're probably going to do some exclusive content over there while we're at the beach. Maybe some extra little videos exclusive for our Patreon page. This is a great time to hop on over and support us over on patreon.com/happilyeverafter, where you can find the link in the show notes below. Or you can follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We'll probably be doing TikToks up there as well. And you can follow us along on Facebook. That way you can keep up to date with everything we're doing at the beach. I'm really excited. If you've never been to Long Beach Island, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's really great. You really should follow along with us. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. Really, that northeastern beach area is exactly what it is. And I cannot wait.
It's just always so funny because, to me, growing up, I've always called it LBI. And we call it Long Beach Island when we talk to people who don't know what it is or haven't been there, because LBI is it's obviously an abbreviation. You don't know what it is unless you know. But I feel like we've been saying Long Beach Island for so long because we live in Tennessee and people here don't know what we're talking about. They still also, a lot of people think it's Long Beach, which is New York.
It is not Long Beach.
It's New Jersey. But I also think it's funny because we've been saying it so frequently, it sounds like a different word. Like it doesn't sound like Long Beach Island. It sounds like Long Beach Island. You know?
Long Beach Island.
Or like we say like LBI. It sounds like LBI. You know what I mean?
LBI.
LBI.
Like, yeah, she had the LBI. She didn't make it. she had the LBI for 3 weeks. It was rough.
It just sounds so weird.
Yeah, I know. Everyone here, when I talk about LBI, they're like, "What's LBI?" And I'm like, Long Beach Island. And they're like, "Oh, in New York." And I'm like, no.
Or they're like, "Yeah, I've heard of it." And I'm like, "I guarantee you have not, unless you're from the Northeast."
Yeah, I actually did hear of it.
No way.
100%.
There's no way.
You don't believe me?
You're literally thinking of Long Beach.
I don't know. Maybe so. We don't have any 5 stars this week, so that's sad. We need some 5-star reviews over on Apple Podcasts. This is a great way to support our channel as well. I'm so used to YouTube. If you're watching over on YouTube, props to you guys. I appreciate y'all watching every week and listening in over there. But yeah, if you give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, we'll read your review on our next episode. So please do that. And then we do have a new Patreon member. I should have mentioned this earlier, but I'm just kind of going down my notes here. I want to welcome Martha Elizabeth Mills into our new Patreon community. So thank you for joining. Thanks for being a Patreon member and supporting us. You can sign up. You can join us too. And again, exclusive bonus content. I need the bow, 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 bow noise. Make it sound a little bit cooler. Because, yeah. Well, okay. Let's move on. What's been going on in your world this week?
I have been all about packing this week. And I have been really in this big debate between getting packing cubes or getting, what are they called? Like the vacuum seal bags. Didn't we talk about this last week?
I don't think so. I think, maybe we talked about getting them, maybe?
Maybe. But anyway, I was looking them up to see what would be better for travel because the vacuum seal bags are my first thought because I have to pack clothes for like 3 weeks. Like, yes, we can wash things and rewear things, but I'm not rewearing the same 5 outfits and neither are my kids. So, and we have like different events and stuff we have to go to. So anyway, I was deciding, I was like, we'll just get the vacuum seal bags. It'll be so much easier. But I've always wanted packing cubes, and I thought, well, maybe that'll be easier because they're kind of more reusable than vacuum seal bags are. We don't have very good luck with vacuum seal bags.
No, they work for like, I don't know, maybe a day. It's
yeah.
Like legitimately, I feel like it's like a day.
Yeah, so we were going to get the vacuum seal bags, and then, I don't know, they're really expensive because the ones that are fit for a suitcase, they're labeled travel instead of just being labeled medium-sized. And they're like triple the price of like an extra large one, which is absolutely crazy because it's labeled for travel. And then I saw that they have compression cubes, which I looked back. You know the ones at Target that we looked at? Those are also compression cubes. I think most packing cubes are compression cubes, by the way.
Yeah.
I just found this out the other day. But anyway, the difference between packing cubes and compression cubes are compression cubes have a zipper where they basically like double in space and then you zip it back up and it squeezes everything down. It compresses everything. I just always thought packing cubes are mostly used to organize, but the compression part of it is really what got me because I've always wanted packing cubes. They're very neat. They're reusable. And then the compression part of it obviously helps. So I got 2 packs of compression cubes from Walmart. They were 17 something each, let's say 18 each. And it all came with a small, medium, and large. So I got all of my clothes, Jackson's clothes, and Stella's clothes in 6 of those. The only thing that it does not include are Jackson's underwear and socks and Stella's socks and bows. That's it. The only other things we're missing besides that are like bigger items, like toiletry bags and that sort of stuff. So the only loose things that are floating around in there are just like socks and baby socks and Jackson's little underwear, and that's it. So I think that was really good. And I got all 6 cubes in my suitcase, along with my toiletry bag and my hair, makeup, skincare bag. So it fit a lot, and I had a lot more room still left. Room-wise, the compression cubes did great. But weight, they are small, but because they do have so much stuff in it, it does become heavy. So my bag is 45 pounds right now. I will probably be swapping over some of the smaller compression cubes to put into Jackson's suitcase because I have bulkier stuff that still needs to go in mine because Jackson's suitcase is just a lot smaller. So anyway, that's my compression cube, packing story.
That was a mouthful.
I know, but I am really excited that I got most of our stuff packed, and I have like a little list of the rest of the important stuff that I'll need. I think I'm pretty well organized this trip. The only other thing I have to do is empty out the diaper bag and refill it.
That's not too bad.
But I think we're doing pretty good. I'm actually pretty set.
Probably the best time you've ever had with packing.
I know.
You're definitely forgetting something big then.
Oh, yeah. The good thing is...
Just gonna leave the kids here.
I know. The good thing is, like, I'm just going to Molly's, which, like, we could always just go to a store and buy something, or I could use something of hers. Like, I'm not bringing my straightener or any of that. Because Molly has a straightener, Molly has a curling iron, she has a blow dryer, same with my mom. My sister has anything that my mom doesn't have, so I'm not worried about that. I think it's going to be good. I'm not bringing Jackson's, like, life vest, though, because, like, that's obviously, like, a lot. So I might have to buy one in New Jersey, depending on, like, how many pools and stuff we go to or, like, where we go there before we go to the beach. Because you're driving up to the beach. So anything we're going to need for Long Beach Island, you are going to bring up. So we have some extra, like, beach and pool stuff that you were bringing up. But anyway, I also, in preparation for this trip, got approved for TSA PreCheck. I signed up very last minute. I'm pretty sure I signed up maybe last Thursday, maybe last Friday. And I made my appointment. Maybe I signed up on Saturday. And I got my appointment for Monday morning. And I went in, had my appointment. It was so easy. It was basically like documentation check. What they don't tell you, and thankfully my mom told me, if your married name is different than your maiden name or your birth name, bring your marriage license. And thank goodness that my mom told me to, because they needed my marriage license. And I don't remember. I could have overread it, but I do not remember seeing on any of the emails they sent me that says to bring your marriage license if your name is different. So thank you, Mom. But I got approved like 2 days later, or a day later.
Quick.
2 days later. It was so super quick. So I got my number, put it on my boarding pass already. So we're all good with that. I'm excited to have TSA PreCheck. And you're going to do it before we go to Disney.
Yeah, it was just like last minute. I was like, I don't need it right this second. So
yeah, and the appointment was like 10 minutes. Oh, and they do fingerprints, obviously. Yeah. And then last on my list, we had a lovely dinner tonight. You know, whenever I say lovely, I think of the Golden Girls. Do you know what episode I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where like Blanche is mad because like someone is saying like lovely. I think it's her sister is like saying like, she thinks she's saying it like sarcastically. And she goes, don't say lovely. I always think about Blanche Devereaux when I say lovely. Anyway, it was really, really nice. We went to Calhoun's on the river, which is right on UT campus. It's just below the football stadium. It is on the Tennessee River.
Yes, look at you.
Yeah. I've only lived here a few years. It's on the Tennessee River, and it was beautiful. The weather was a 10 out of 10. It wasn't, we were outside, but we weren't like under an umbrella. It's like a whole like structured, like outside covered area. It was so nice. The weather was perfect. The food was so good. We always get the Thunder Road boneless wings. And so good. Stella devoured some sweet potato fries.
She did. She did really good tonight.
Yeah, she did. Well, she's eating. She's always happy when she's eating.
So
Jack
true.
had chicken tenders. He did good too. Food was delicious. Service was good. It was a great night.
It was a really good night. We got some cute pictures too.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, that picture of Jackson and Stella together.
Yeah.
Can't believe I made those kids. Like, they are just so beautiful.
Yeah, you have to go over to Instagram, see those photos from tonight. So for my week, let's talk about the Disney planning party. I think we've talked about it on the podcast a little bit, but we mostly talked in depth on our bonus show over on Patreon. We talked about like how we were planning it out, and it went fantastic. Everyone had a really good time. The food was delicious. We had barbecue. I guessed pretty much everyone's time almost exactly except my sister's. She came early, which I was really surprised at, but everyone else I said on I think it was on the bonus show.
I think so.
But I said when they would show up to the house and they were all right except my sister. So that was a pretty good guess. But everything went so smooth. We talked a lot about Disney. We talked about our plans, lightning lanes, Mickey's Not So Scary, the room where we're going to like where our preferences of where we want to stay, places we want to eat inside the park, outside the park, dining reservations in general. So we talked about a lot of those things, a lot of surface level for
This
this
is very
party.
insightful
It was great.
and very well received.
Very well received, and everyone had a lot of like good input as well. So I was
Yeah.
like really happy with how that turned out. And we had the Disney Family Feud game that Amanda helped put together, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. It was way more fun than what I thought. Like everyone got so into it and it was actually a big ball of fun. Like I thought that some people may get frustrated at some of the questions or some of the answers, but like it was really like all in good fun and we had a really good time.
We really
But
did.
like going back to the party real quick, like I was actually surprised at how like helpful everyone thought it was.
Yeah.
Like your family has been saying it's been a long time since they've like sat down and done anything like this, like sat down and actually done like some like really far ahead pre-planning. So it was nice to get everything out on the table. We actually had a lot more to discuss than what we originally thought. Like everyone was bringing up really good points. We were bringing up lots of different areas to eat and different things to do and like reasons to do certain things or to not do certain things. And everyone really, really agreed with the catering idea.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about with the catering idea, usually it's 10 o'clock at night. Everyone gets home from the park. We're at an old Key West villa and we end up ordering food and someone has to go pick it up and no one knows what they want to eat, where they want to eat, what they want off the menu. And then by the time you call the place, they're not taking orders anymore and the kitchen is closed. So we have been talking about ordering catering and having it like schedules for like an earlier pickup time. And that way no one has to decide. And we just get a few bigger things and it's cheaper and it's easier and it's already decided. And everyone loved that. And you know what was the one thing that we didn't think of until we were sitting down at the party?
What?
Pizza.
Yeah. I don't know why we didn't think of pizza. As like a
I
good
said
one.
it to Mitmo, I think. Either that or your mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, pizza. And they were like, wait, why? But in my entire time of knowing your family and going down to Disney, we have ordered pizza once. And that was that random time we stayed at like All-Star
All-Stars.
Music or movies or something. And your mom
Yeah.
barked at us over the cheese bread.
She's like, that's mine. And
Yeah.
we're like, okay.
It was so funny.
That was a good
But that was the only
yeah.
time that we've ordered pizza. And that wasn't even for like everyone on the trip.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder why that's just not an option.
I don't know, but everyone loves pizza. So
I know.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Overall, it was a fantastic party.
Yeah, it really was good. I was very happy. And the food we got was really good.
It was barbecue.
The one thing we forgot to get was Mickey bars. But
Yeah.
I did make blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie was amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah. So party was a success. The only other thing I had for my week was Jackson and I went up to Dollywood by ourselves. We had kind of a daddy and son kind of day. It was really, really sweet. It was something he wanted to do, and it was great. We left the house around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I took him to the dollar store, let him pick out a juice to have. He had a juice all the way up. We got there and we rode, I think it was 12 rides, I think is what we counted, in less than 4 hours while we were up there. We didn't get any food or drink at the park. We just went and rode tons of rides. He did some new rides, and I'll save that. We did a vlog. I vlogged the entire thing. So the vlog will be coming out in a couple of weeks, and we'll be sure to let you know when it comes out. But we'll go over all that once it does come out. But it was such a great time. He had so much fun. And we ended the night by getting some personal pepperoni pizzas at Papa John's. But they weren't just any personal pan pizzas. They were Toy Story themed. So I think it was the Space Ranger Roni or something like that. It was the pepperoni themed one. And they had like themed boxes. We got 3 of them. We got the Jessie box. And then they had the Rootin' Tootin' sauce, which was like I don't know, it was kind of like a spicy or like peppery ranch. And that was really good as well. And then we watched Toy Story until about 10 o'clock at night. And then finally put him to bed. So we had a fantastic day. And he had such a good time as well. So I think it was a good week for both of us.
Yeah.
Let's get on over to our main topic for today. We are finally done with our trip reports from last September.
It's sad, but I'm also like happy to like move on from it because I also felt like it made our podcast very long because we don't know how to stop yapping. And I'm also really looking forward to our next trip. So like the end of talking about this previous trip just like brings the start of the new trip in just like 3 months.
Yeah. It's
So
coming
excited.
so quick.
Yeah.
by the time you get back from New Jersey, we'll be close to booking our dining reservations.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah. So our topic today, as you guys probably saw, is which way we start at each park at Disney. And we were thinking about this. I think there's many different aspects of like how you start your day at a Disney park, whether it's rope drop, whether you go in the afternoon, midday, at night. I think there's different angles you can kind of come in, but we want to discuss kind of like our way and how we would do it with kids, which are now for the most part pretty much the same, but there are some differences there, like, right? Because we don't always make the best decisions.
Right.
And then also our suggestions on how you should start your park day without kids.
Most of these are based on rope dropping / being in there in the morning.
Yes.
But I think some of them could also pertain to the afternoon.
I think so too. I think there's ideas of like why. The why behind where we're going.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
awesome. Let's start at Magic Kingdom, the first park. And that's usually the first park on our vacation. So our way of how we start our Disney parks is we just start by going left. We always start in Adventureland and we go straight to Pirates. This has pretty much never changed for us, and we always do it because Pirates is just that like nostalgic ride that we always start our vacation with.
But do you know why I think we starting at Pirates?
Why?
Because the line. It's never too long, and even if it looks like it's too long, it moves so quick. And if you are in the outside part of the queue, it's really not that hot because it's all like cement. I don't know. It's just like cooler inside, outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a good way to kind of dip your toes in. You're like, oh, I've been walking for, about a quarter mile now. My first day at Disney.
Yeah.
Time to go back inside.
And it's not a lot of like zigzag, like roped back and forth, which I think really helps with feeling like the queue is more entertaining because you're not just staring at the same people back and forth.
And we legitimately skip literally Jungle Cruise, Tiki Room, Flying Carpets, obviously Swiss Family, Robinson House, Treehouse, whatever it's called now. Pirates is how we start.
And when we go with kids, we like to head right to Starbucks because we need some energy and caffeine. And if we do Melissa and Max's way, which I would like to start this way one day on our trip. Melissa and Max, who's my sister and my brother-in-law, they go straight down the middle. They go right to Fantasyland, get all those classic little kid rides done. And I'm so in love with that idea. I really like it.
Yeah, I think it's such a good strategy.
Yeah, you get to see all the cool characters that come out and ride on some of the rides too, like Anastasia and Drizella. And I mean, she's right. All the little kid rides are going to be there. And that's when your kids are in the best mood. So you can just like pop on a bunch of rides. And by the time they get cranky or hungry or tired or hot, like that's when you can like settle into lines that are inside, or maybe settle down for a snack or do something different like that, or maybe go to a show like Country Bears or something. But I really love the idea of just starting fast and strong right in Fantasyland. You get all the good ones done. I love that idea. Yeah, and that way you know that you're getting stuff done for your kids and you're taking stuff off your like metaphorical list.
And I do think this is a really good rope drop strategy. This is a little bit harder to do like in an afternoon. And I think maybe the afternoon is kind of where you do like the Adventureland, where you can kind of do some of those rides for the kids and go around. But this is like perfect morning. I think you could literally knock out Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, It's a Small World, Carousel, Little Mermaid, all that stuff.
And Fairy Tale Hall.
And Fairy Tale Hall so quickly.
Fairy Tale Hall always has a mega long line.
Yeah.
I would rope drop Fairy Tale Hall.
I think when we were cast members, I'm pretty sure there was a time we went to Magic Kingdom and we did.
We probably did.
I think that's a really good strategy. Yeah. When you have kids, just go straight through the castle and go right back. It's a really good one. Okay, let's talk without kids. Maybe you're listening, you're like, I don't have kids. So tell me a good strategy that applies to me. Here's our strategy. You go straight to Tiana's and Big Thunder right now, because those queues are outside. There's a couple different strategies of how you can go. Like, you could also start on the right and do like Tron and Space, because those queues tend to fill up really quick. Mostly faster than Tiana's and Big Thunder. But I tend to lean towards taking the queues that are outdoors first. because if I'm not getting lightning lanes, then I'm going to do, and if it's early in the day, then I'm going to do the rides that are going to be outdoors where it's, not 96 degrees already. Maybe it's, 81, 82, starting to get there. So that's where I would start, is Tiana's and Big Thunder. And usually first thing in the morning, if you go straight there, they don't have a long line, so you can knock those two out pretty quickly and move on with your day. So I always think about, I think there's a thing to be said about strategy of like going to a ride that's going to fill up the line really quick and be like a longer wait throughout the day. But there's also a strategy of going to these rides that can be somewhat long, like Tiana's and McThunder, and just knocking them out the first thing in the morning, and then that way you can move on really quickly. But I'm always all about like thinking about outdoor queues. Same with lightning lanes. Like we don't always, when we get lightning lanes or when we didn't have kids and they were fast passes, we weren't always getting them based off of like big rides or the best rides. It was a lot of times it was like, what queues are outdoors? What kind of queue do we not want to wait in? And that's kind of how we booked our strategy or planned our strategy around what rides we're going to do without kids. So there you go. That's Magic Kingdom.
I actually think it's a really good idea to think about the rides that have outdoor queues versus the one that have indoor queues. I think that's a really good strategy for picking what you're going to do, especially if you don't have lightning lanes.
And maybe it's opposite. If you're there in January, you go to the queues that have indoor queues during the colder parts of the day. So let's move over to our second park, which is
EPCOT. Our way to start EPCOT is usually we go left towards Guardians, Spaceship Earth, Frozen-ish. So I don't remember the last time we started at Spaceship Earth, but I do think it is a good start. Guardians is still doing virtual queue, correct?
No, they're back to,
Well, we have not been when they have not been doing virtual queue, right?
Last year. I think last year was the first time we did it.
We always had lightning lanes.
We usually do, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess you could do Guardians first, but I don't know. Last year, we didn't get to ride Spaceship Earth because it was down for refurb, and that kind of hurt to not do Spaceship Earth.
Really did.
When you walk in, it's just so nice. Do you know why? Because we're usually waiting for the rest of the family.
Yes, we usually do because we're waiting. Like, that's legitimately it.
So we go on it, have a nice, cool ride. Man, that is good. You know what we've also done before?
What?
We've done the monorail first.
We have done the monorail
Take the whole
first.
monorail loop around, come back to EPCOT, and then go on in the park. That is a nice way to start EPCOT too, I must say. That's besides this. But Frozen, also, the Frozen line is terrible. It's a bunch of weaving zigzags, one big room. It's a beautiful big room, but it's terrible. We always have our hardest and longest wait in that Frozen line, which is why I will never step foot in EPCOT with intention to go on Frozen with my children and not get a lightning lane.
Yeah, I think that's been quoted so mmany times that if you were to go in the Frozen standby line, maybe the world would probably end that day. That's how many times I think I've heard you say it, because it is so bad. Like, it's dark, and after you've seen it once, you're just standing in a really dark, empty room. With kids, it's still kind of going left. It's, if we don't have the lightning lanes, then we've started with going to Frozen, because again, that line sucks. But then we also there's also a strategy of going to Ratatouille or Figment and the Land in Nemo. If you go on the right side, you could really knock out. Again, this is the whole, okay, Frozen's going to have a long line, yes, at some point. But do I just go ahead and walk on to Figment, walk on to the Finding Nemo ride, and then make my way to Ratatouille at that point, because the World Showcase opens an hour later? So I think those are different things you can think about when you have kids. And then it also keeps them pretty entertained, right? Like, you're bouncing from ride to ride to ride, versus if you start on the left and you do Spaceship Earth with them, then you go all the way to Frozen, and then, or maybe you do 3 Caballeros. That's something we do too. We also have 3 Caballeros.
I love 3 Caballeros.
Yeah. And then you go all the way to Ratatouille. That's a pretty long walk. And let's be honest, as a parent, you're probably making a stop in between countries. So the kids are probably getting restless. So that's our strategy with kids, is really, honestly, it could go either way. What do you got for without kids?
Without kids, sort of the same as before because Guardians and Test Track, we just always sort of stay to the left side. But what are we doing for drinking around the world or doing our food and wine? Which way do we go?
I think this is a really important question. I think this is what separates true Disney fans from fake fans.
See, I don't agree with what you have on here, though.
Well, let's hear it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so your notes say left.
Yes.
Which is Mexico.
Yep.
But I think that's what everyone does.
Okay, so let's hear your strategy.
I think that's what like all the rookies do. All the people coming in, they just want to go to Mexico, grab a margarita.
I like how you say rookies. Like it's so true though. It's like
it's true.
All these people coming in, and the bros, right? All the bros who are coming into Epcot for the first time, drinking around the world.
No one's like, oh, I'm going to start in Canada and get a moose head. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey,
like it's. I mean, that's like the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are going to go right to Mexico and get a margarita.
So your strategy is take it the opposite way because of like waiting in lines and crowd control. Or do you prefer the drinks that way? Like, because I think that's another thing to think about.
So I've never drank around the world. I get like maybe 2, maybe 3 drinks, depending if it's food and wine and we're getting like the smaller drinks or if I'm just like getting like 1 here and 1 there. But if I get 1 here and 1 there, do you know what I'm getting?
What?
I'm getting a pear cider at the UK Pavilion.
Yeah, I already know the lineup, but I want the listeners to hear your lineup.
And then, what's my next drink?
What's your next drink?
Well, I like the frozen lemon one in France. But
the Grand Marnier.
Yeah, but those are too close together. So I do go for a nice frozen margarita in Mexico, too.
You do, yep.
But that's like 2 opposite sides. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to drink back to back to back. That's just like not me. Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's going to be you this September.
I don't think so. But I do love food and wines. Beveraginos.
Yeah.
Which are the smaller cups.
Those
so
are
I
nice.
can take more of those because they're smaller and more affordable.
That's true.
Anyway, that's my hot take. I like to start on the right. Because I also just like those countries better and I want to spend more time in those countries. I love going in the tea shop in England. Also, they have that Winnie the Pooh meet and greet back there, which we have never, ever, ever done. Have you ever done it?
No, but it's actually crazy that we haven't done it.
Never done it. And I think Jack would love it. I don't think Jackson has ever met Winnie the Pooh in Disney.
And it's one of his favorite characters. Why have we never done that?
I don't know. I just really like that area over there.
Yeah.
So that's why I start right.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. You start in Mexico because of frozen margaritas. And that's why. You just start there. There is no other reason why. It doesn't matter. Frozen margaritas in Mexico are the GOAT. And you have to start your trip around the world that way. But you know what? I think you do have something with the right side and taking a different approach. The time that I drank around the world, I started from the right. So, I mean, maybe there's something to be said that you can actually make it easier if you start on the right, depending on the type of drinks you get, right? Because, like, if you're going to Mexico and you start with a margarita first thing, that makes it difficult to get off the ground and get going.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your strategy, though, if you're coming in? Because I think this is also really important. If you're coming in from International Gateway, just in general, like, what are you doing without kids? Like, what is your thoughts on that? Because there's a lot of people that do come from
it's complicated
Boardwalk area.
Because I would say to go left towards UK and Canada, because I think I really like the drinks in the UK, and I think the Canada Pavilion's beautiful. And for food and wine, filet mignon. But going right is just so easy, and you can just get like, you're not having to like backtrack. Like if you go left, do you go all the way through, what is that place called? Past Canada, and it's that strip where you go straight and then you hit Mexico.
Yeah, it's just the world.
I can't
I know.
Think of what it's called.
Thank you, because now I can't think of it either.
Anyway.
Yep, that part.
So do you go left and go UK and then Canada? Canada. Why did I say it like that? Canada? Canada. Whatever. That one with the maple leaf. And then hit like the place that we forget. If it's a festival, that's a good one because then you're getting all those really good festival booths there. And then you can go to Mexico. But that's a big trek.
It is a big trek.
And that's a lot more places to hit before you come all the way back.
Yeah. Regardless, you hit Ratatouille before you do anything else.
That's true.
Regardless, you just take that little right. You grab your Grand Marnier frozen slush and you hit Ratatouille and you wait in line and you get to see, well, it's not 3D anymore. But I was about to say you get to see it a little bit on the louder side.
We've never gotten a crepe.
We have never gotten a crepe.
I think we need to.
Add it to the list.
Yep.
All right, so that's EPCOT for us. Let's move on to Hollywood Studios, our favorite park. Or your favorite park. I don't know. One of our favorite parks. I forgot what we said in our rope drop episode.
Oh, man. I
think it was me.
Yeah, yours.
Yeah, we both love Hollywood Studios. Being cast members there, it's where we spend most of our time. Hollywood Studios really is our go-to park. So let's start with our way at Hollywood Studios. This is pretty much what we do every single time now. We go straight to Mickey Minnie's or Toy Story Land. It really depends what time we get into the park. We don't always rope drop. And this changes. Like for Magic Kingdom, it doesn't matter what time of day we get in there for like the first of our trip, especially. But for Hollywood Studios, it depends how late we get there. Because if it's already late in the day, we look at wait times, right? What Mickey Minnie's looks like and what like Alien Swirling Saucers, Mania, and Slinky Dog. Or if we have lightning lanes that depend on that. That's kind of how we guide our next steps of where we're going to go.
So there is no plan.
No plan.
The plan is we don't have a plan.
I mean, the last couple of times we've been going to Toy Story Land because of Jackson.
Right.
But that's more
I think it's
kids.
A great plan, but I also wish that Studios would be a park that we prioritize for rope dropping because I do think there's a point to getting Toy Story Land clean out of the way because that land it's a beast. There is people everywhere. There's everything happening. It is so hot. There is no shade. There's characters. There's food. There's entertainment. There's the rides. I mean, there is literally everything. There's people funneling in and out of Galaxy's Edge. I mean, it's a monster back there.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me anxiety a little bit. It's a lot. And it's really hot. I'm going to say it again. There's no shade. There's like 6 umbrellas and everyone and their mother is all gathered underneath every single one of them. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what they could have done differently, but man, it's rough back there. I would love to rope drop it and just like hit all the rides, do the meet and greet. Like, how can we not meet Buzz Lightyear? How can we not meet Woody and Jessie? Like, Jackson being 4 at this point and Toy Story 5 coming out before we go. Like, hello? Also, how is there not a designated indoor meet and greet for them? Like, riddle me that.
I know.
I don't understand that.
Especially because of the height difference. It is a little bit weird, the storytelling on that.
You would think that they would have done like an indoor meet and greet experience there because it's a whole land. Like, how they do like Mickey and Minnie and like the princesses, with like there's a lot of different rooms. You would think that they would do something like that because the lines to meet those characters are always insanely busy.
Yeah.
And they're always getting cut off and they're outdoors. So they're getting rained out and there's lightning in the area and X, Y, and Z. Can you tell me you had a bad experience waiting outside?
And you know what? With Toy Story 5 coming out, these lines are going to be even worse.
Crazy. How did they not think to put a indoor character meet and greet?
They used to have it. It's called Pixar Place now.
I know. But they have the Incredibles there now.
Yeah.
Which was great. But like, you're not going to like put Woody and Buzz and Jessie outside of Toy Story Land.
Yeah,
like in spitting distance. It doesn't make sense.
You really segued great into your section. I love that.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm glad. So that's what we do. So we go straight to Toy Story Land
Yeah, that's
because you gotta.
you have to. So okay, with kids is what we're talking about. What do you think is the best ride to start at? Just real quick, Slinky Mania, Aliens with kids. Where do you start?
Slinky.
Okay, and I was supposed to say height depending, obviously, but if they meet the height requirement, what are you doing?
Slinky.
Yeah, and why?
Well, it's a really in-demand ride. The line is kind of a monster too. It's a lot of outside with the line, but it's also an easy ride that if you do get on and off of it, it's kind of quick. And then I would do Aliens next because that line is also mostly outdoors. They have a big covered area for that, and they do the same with Slinky too, but it's just a lot. And then I would go to Mania because by then there's more people there and everyone else is coming in and funneling to Slinky Dog. And you can go to Mania with little to no wait, and that's a mostly indoor queue.
You can kind of cool off.
And a longer ride, and you can cool off. It's my 2 cents.
It's a good strategy. Again, this is really coming down to not having lightning lanes. Because like if you have lightning lanes, your strategy completely changes.
Yeah, but if you do, it would still be so great to like knock all of Toy Story Land out and use your lightning lanes on other things.
Or like double back, later on. So absolutely. So okay, without kids, Hollywood Studios, this is a tough one. It's literally a fork in the road. And before Galaxy's Edge, this was such an easy choice. You go straight to Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. Galaxy's Edge opened up. I know we literally have like our comments on here. It's so funny because I have an opinion and then Amanda has a different opinion.
Yep.
So I'll state mine. I love when we have different opinions.
It's just so what you're used to is me arguing you. That's how our marriage works.
It's the New Jersey in here, guys. Listen, if you're gonna marry someone from New Jersey, you gotta
be prepared to argue.
You gotta know what you're going into. So, no, I'm kidding. I say now you go straight to Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, then you go to Galaxy's Edge, and this is why. I'm gonna argue my point first, since you argued drinking around the world side, left or right. Okay. Tower of Terror usually has one of the sides completely down nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
It has reliability issues, and you could have a complete shaft down, and that's going to make the wait time really long. Plus, Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets just opened, and besides it already being a massively popular ride with Aerosmith, now you've just added a new brand to it. Whether people are Muppets fans or not, people want to experience new things. So if you're listening to this in 2026, and I'd even say in 2027, this is where you'd want to direct your attention immediately, is go do those experiences first. It doesn't really matter which one to start with, but go do those first and then head over to Galaxy's Edge. And I would do Rise and then I would do Falcon. I don't think it really matters at that point.
Yeah.
They're both indoor queues, so. All right. That's my argument.
I have 2 words.
What?
Ronto wrap.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You didn't think about that. So, depending what time you get there, I would even do Rise and then Falcon and then a nice little brekkie Ronto wrap. I love the breakfast Ronto wrap.
Breakfast Ronto wraps
Do I
are
have
good.
an intolerance to eggs? Absolutely. Am I going to devour a breakfast Ronto wrap? Absolutely. They are so delicious.
I can't wait to see how this is going to go.
I know, me too.
Is that your only argument is the Ronto wraps?
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't even think about that, but I was excited to hear what your thoughts were of why to go to Galaxy's Edge.
I also haven't been on Falcon in years.
I'm excited to do it this year.
Years.
Yep.
So I am very excited to ride Falcon. It's just been like on my mind. And
no, Pedro Pascal's been on her mind.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But I am excited to ride Falcon. Like, it's been so long since I've done it. Jackson's going to be able to do it. I think he's going to be really excited.
He's big into Star Wars right now, guys. Like, he's not seen any of the movies. We've not shown it, but like, he likes the Training Academy on Disney Plus. He likes Star Wars Legos. He likes the music. We literally play Star Wars music around the house. He loves it.
Yeah.
So
I just think it's going to be a really good experience to like show him all of that and to take him there and to have a breakfast Ronto wrap.
That's a good one.
I know. Thank you. That's my argument.
That's a good strategy. I didn't think about that.
Thank you.
Okay, well, round us out here.
Also, you and everyone else and their mother is going to be going to Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm so sorry.
Watch me fast walk.
Wow.
I'm walking like
yeah, it looks like you're fast walking.
Yeah, if you guys could only see right now.
Yeah, wow. That was beautiful.
I feel like
the arms are going.
Yeah, really quick. All right, wrap us up with Animal Kingdom. How do we start our way?
Safari. Almost always we start at Safari because we don't ever have a lightning lane. No, this is just really based off of like what we get a lightning lane for, but like no matter what, most of the time we don't have lightning lanes for Animal Kingdom. That might change this trip, but even if you do, I would still go to Safari first thing in the morning. I think the animals are pretty active. I think that like everything is just so like new, and even if there is a line, I think the line moves really quickly. I just think you're going to get fresh cast members who aren't worn out and haven't been doing the same spiel and seeing the same animals every day. Like, I think you're just going to like, you know, like all day long, like you're going to get someone who's like fresh, a nice opener. And they're usually the cast members who have been there the longest. So you might get some better information, hear different things you haven't heard before. I love a good opening safari. I really do.
I do too.
And you know what you can do? On your way to the safari, you can stop at Starbucks.
That's true.
Get a nice little pink drink.
And again, with kids, that's
on
the
your way
best
up to
way.
Africa.
That's the best way to start Animal Kingdom.
I know.
I agree. This pretty much flows the same. Animal Kingdom has really been a toss-up for us. And especially now with no Dino Land, there's a lot missing. I think things will shift and change once Tropical Americas opens up with the Encanto experience and the Indiana Jones
Is that what
ride.
it's called? The Encanto experience?
No, I couldn't think of. I think it
Rolled
doesn't
off
have
your
a name
tongue
yet.
very easly.
Yeah, in the Encanto experience. Welcome to the Encanto experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
You could be a Disney announcer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I agree. This applies with kids. Go to Safari or the Navi River Journey. I really would say Safari though, because you have the opportunity to see animals moving around more and just out. I just think that's the best way. And then go over the Navi River Journey. And then after that, it's really a toss-up with that park. Just good luck. May the force be with you. I don't know. And with your spirit. Who knows? But that park is bless you, bless them. I don't know. It's really a struggle right now. So good luck to Animal Kingdom. All right. You got the last topic at Animal Kingdom. Without kids, how should they approach going to Animal Kingdom without kids right now, 2026?
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage.
It is a long line. It is a pretty hard line to be in. I don't think that they have very good capacity. It seems like you would think that they would because of how many rooms they have and how many floors that there are, but I really don't think the capacity is that great. And it takes a long time to get through everything. So I would just start with Flight of Passage. Get it done nice and early, and you're not staying in line all day. Although most of the line is indoors, and I would say about half of it is pretty interesting. The other half of it is like a cave and pretty boring.
I also agree. I think being over in the land first thing in the morning is really nice too. And you can have a chance to kind of explore the land a little bit. Maybe get a drink, maybe get some, a snack, maybe go to Satuli Canteen for like an early lunch if you hang around long enough or if you wait in the line long enough. But at this point, the only other big ride, the only other like adult ride there is Everest right now. And yeah, the park doesn't have many people, doesn't have many attractions. So Everest, it can get a longer line. You also have Cali River Rapids, but that one never has much of a line unless it's the dead heat of summer. So I agree. Flight of Passage is like, you just got to do it unless you're going to get a lightning lane for that. And in that case, you could either do it twice or you really could just redirect your whole attention. Again, maybe you do Safari if you love the Safari. Safari really is the best ride to start Animal Kingdom out with, period. I think that wraps it up for us. I hope you guys found some new strategies or maybe some of our strategies in line with what you guys do. We would love to hear about it and love to hear like how you approach the parks, like how you go into it, kind of how you plan it out, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Let us know. You can either, depending where you're watching, if you're watching over on YouTube, you can comment on the video. If you're listening over on our Patreon, you can comment there. You can also message us on Instagram or comment on the post on Instagram, Facebook, that sort of thing. We'd love to hear from you and just hear more about your thoughts on this episode. But that does it. We're heading on over to our bonus show over on Patreon. Again, if you want to support us, that's the best way to do it. You can become a paid member over there and you can get exclusive content. And we have our bonus show we're going to go record, and we're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming Disney World trip in September. And again, we're going to Disney World September 14th through the 21st. So if you're down there, let us know. We'd love to stop and say hi. But thank you so much for listening this week. We appreciate you being here and just listening, especially if you made all the way to this point. But otherwise, I just want to say we'll see you next week. We won't. You'll be in New Jersey or you'll be in DC at this point, and I'll be doing some solo stuff next time. So I will see you guys next week.